All right, so welcome to the webinar, the first webinar of WeGoTrip that we decided to hold for our tour creators. As I understood, many of the registered creators are not actually those who already have produced any tour. It can be one tour or many more. We have creators who produced up to already, I think, 10 tours, which is exciting for us to see. Many of those who registered actually didn't get to the process of tour creation, and with some we discussed what was the problem, how we can help. But if this webinar helps to understand what exactly you can do right now to start creating your first self-guided tour, that will be a great for us to know. So I will start with the basic information. We decided not to go deep inside into what a self-guided audio tour is, because we consider that if you joined our platform, you already got some understanding of what it is and how it works and why you want to create it. But still, I will provide an overview for those who might still think why it's a great idea to create a self-guided audio tour. So we will consider first from the traveler's perspective. After the pandemic, and actually before the pandemic as well, due to the technologies, due to the progress we have in the world, we have got to the point that we use the apps a lot. We travel, we communicate, we work using apps all the time, using applications, using services, online services. So self-guided audio tours provided inside the app have become something very usual and standard. And the pandemic that occurred not so long ago brought us to the point that we also changed the way we travel, interact with people, and want to maybe gather in groups, or maybe don't want even. So for travelers, considering all the change that happens in the world, a self-guided audio tour is a great chance to discover a place at their own pace, not being dependent on a guide schedule, not being dependent on a group, especially if it's a big group and everyone wants to do this, and that. So it provides independence, it provides flexibility, and there are many tours available at different options, affordable options in terms of the price. So everyone who considers as a traveler to join a tour, they can choose something, the concept that is suitable to them. They can choose a format that is suitable to them. It can be a walk-in tour, a boat tour, a museum tour, a quest, or any other thing a creator can offer. And in terms of the price, there are also options starting from, let's say, $10 and going up if someone considers having a very unique and special experience. And also self-guided audio tours provide safety, not just in terms of walking around on safe streets, but also using our own phones, our own headphones, and knowing that in terms of hygiene, it's the way we like. So, and what about creating self-guided audio tours from their creator's perspective, what it is for? We sent a short questionnaire when we asked to register for this webinar, and here are the answers we get. So the most answers come to the using and developing creative skills, and I personally loved it because self-guided audio tour is actually about this creation and using your creativity. But there are a few other options that were chosen, and the list went for promoting your offline travel experience and activities, which makes us think that many tour creators work as independent creators, not inside a company or a travel agency. So it means as an independent tour creator, you consider creating your small digital business, let's say. And I will focus on these 3 most chosen options, and we will go through them and talk about your motivation. Using and developing your creative skills, what it means exactly, and how you can do this if you choose to create a self-guided audio tour. So you can choose any writing style that is natural and comfortable to you. It can be more comic, it can be more formal, it can be anything you wish. You can also do something new. Think of ideas that no one applied before. You shouldn't limit your imagination, and we support you in trying and offering ideas that can provide the best experience possible for the travelers. You can also get creative with the background music or sound design if it's something for you, if you really enjoy trying new things, or if it's already a developed skill for you, you can use it while creating the tour. Also, you can develop your own approach to presenting the information. You can structure it the way you want, the way you find right, and the way maybe you yourself want to try as something new. And also, the most important thing, maybe, you can think how to make a traveler stay happy and satisfied after your tour. Because the main thing is not just to create something that you would enjoy, but also something that actually makes a customer happy and wanting to come back to you for your another tour, maybe for another trip, or even on this trip. Also, as a self-guided audio tour creator, you create your own digital products. And what it means exactly? It means that the copyright stays with you. We do not take it, we do not publish the tours under our names unless you sell the tour to us, let's say. So, and your name becomes a part, your tour becomes a part of your personal brands. You can create a short introduction and let travelers know who you are and why it would be great for them to join your tour. And the third most frequent answer is getting a passive income. It's okay to earn with a self-guided audio tour because you produce something and you would like to get something in return for your knowledge, for your time. And our idea, our concept that we offer is that we pay you for, the percentage, the specific percentage, depending on the sales and depending on the source of the sales. It can be from 30 to 60% from any purchase and our income from the tour. Also, there is a chance for you to, as I mentioned earlier, to sell the tour to us and to get a one-time payment and then a long-term, a percentage for long-term revenue. Not just that, not just these 3 things you can get with us, you can also get access to different opportunities we constantly develop and offer to our tour creators. For instance, it can be creating niche tours for the world-known museums based on their request. I will talk about this later a bit. We partner with different attractions and museums, and some of them would wish to create a niche tour that is not offered inside the museum. So not all museums want it, but those who want, and if they're in your location, for you, it's a chance to promote your name and to apply your creativity skills on another level. Then you can also join the program that lets you test the audio tours that we have on our platform in your city while being on the trip, and then share your feedback with us. You will get free access to the tour and hopefully enjoy your time. And then share with us how you like the tour, what can be improved inside, and we would love this partnership with you. And one more opportunity that you have with us is to create the tour contents for a specific tour concept, such as text, photos, or audio as a freelancer, and then sell it to us. And you don't need to create the whole tour. You do not need to update the tour later. You do not need to be the author of the tour, and you can just earn like this with us. Also, you can grow and change the self-guided audio tours markets with us. Why is it so? Because in 2021, about 20,000 people took our tours, but in the first half of this year, already almost the same number of people took our tours, which shows our growth, and we are not planning to stop. We will keep growing, and if you want to grow with us, that is also something we would love. Also, as a WeGoTrip self-guided tour creator, you get manual for creating self-guided tours. We provide a help center where you can find mostly all the information about creating a high-quality self-guided audio tour. And whenever you need help, you can also let us know, and we will improve the help center so it provides even better understanding of the process. Also, you get the access to the free and functional, easy-to-use studio for creating your tour. You don't need to know any programming language. You don't need to spend hours on understanding how this platform works. It's easy to use. It is pretty much functional. It's high technology, and we always update it, so you can just insert your content and make sure that after that you just get a tour inside the phone and without extra coding skills. Also, to track the progress of your sales and how your tours operate, how they're sold to the customers, you can all the time have access to detailed sales statistics in your account. And also the option that we offer, if actually there are two options. You can market and advertise your own tour and get another commission for this kind of partnership. And you can also prefer to be marketed and advertised by us. I will later mention what platforms we partner with and where your tour can be published. Also, whenever you need some help, whenever you struggle with something or have an idea, you can email us and get an answer for any of your questions. Yeah. So I mentioned that you can create a tour for the museum if the museum requests to find a creator for a specific niche tour concept. And here our recent partners in museums around the world, and we constantly increase the number. And this month we already had a few partnerships, and we will have them more and more. Also, there are marketplaces that we partner with to promote your tour. We work with Booking, Viator, Amusement, and other platforms. And we always consider finding new platforms, especially for new markets. And here I mentioned Klook that we are now negotiating with. And that's how you get a chance to be promoted and to be to have a reach to millions of customers around the world at no extra cost. You do not pay for being published on Viator by us, as an example. So it sounds it looks like you have many opportunities with us. You can access to millions of audience. You can work with museums. You can use the studio that requires no extra skills. You can use your creativity and everything and all. But there must be challenges. There must be problems, you might think, and we would like to go through a few of them. But also to focus on solutions, not just problems. The first one is that many creators might struggle with, and this can stop them from moving further, is creating high quality voiceovers. So some people, some creators can be afraid of their accents, or they do not have a proper environment to record the audio, or there can be any other reasons why it's not possible for them to use their own voice for their own tour. Here we offer a solution as an artificial intelligence voiceovers and professional voiceovers that you can find on Upwork platform or any other freelance platform. The next challenge is no understanding of what sells, what doesn't, what travelers love, what they want, what they do not want. And here, to resolve this problem, you can get a calculation based on our data and research that we constantly hold. And you can also anytime request an insight from us regarding the concepts, which one to choose, which one can be improved if you have your own idea of a tour. And the next challenge is writing text. Some people are really good at talking, some people are really good at listening, some people are really good at writing, but not all. If you still need to write a text, maybe for the tour, there are quite enough text, but this is your struggle, you can consider recording a voice message, then transcribing it into the text, then editing it, and it might not solve the whole problem, and it will still take some time for you to work on this, but you will not need to spend hours trying to write the text like this, and you will save your own time, your energy, and your own motivation to work on the tour by applying this solution. And here I offer to write your own challenge to the chat so we could find a solution, because as I mentioned in the first part of the webinar, that we have a few tour creators who registered on the platform, but they didn't proceed to the tour creation, and there must be something that stopped them, and we would like to figure that out. So if you can write to the chat what stops you, what is your personal challenge with creating a tour, it would be lovely to consider. I will give you 1 2 minutes to do this. So the question is, what is your personal challenge with creating a self-guided audio tour? If there is no challenge, it's great. It means that after this presentation, you will have more understanding of how to create a tour. And hopefully we will see it very soon, maybe this month or in August. Let's proceed to the next slides, how to make a captivating self-guided tour. This question I actually took from their questionnaire that we sent to our creators. And I started to think and started to give an answer, trying to combine the information in a very short and understandable way. And here are the very general tips that I would like to give for everyone who considers creating a tour. About the length, it can be anything that you find right for your own tour concept. But if you have some doubts or it's your first experience with creating a tour, the best way is to consider 2-3 hours for the museum tour and from 2 to 4 hours for the walking tour. But it can also be a full day tour, and it's totally okay to offer your travelers to take a full day program inside the city, discovering the best it has to offer. In terms of the structure, considering that many people already are registered on our platform, we didn't want to show and teach how to create a tour on the platform. But if it's needed, we are ready to provide, to hold another webinar specifically for this topic. Here, I will just mention basic in general steps to consider while creating the tour. First, you start with the idea and tour concepts, of course. Then you create a tour and a route for the tour, trying to make it simple, logical, and easy to follow. That's the most important part of their tour, because, for example, what is the difference between their self-guided audio tour and audio guides that museums generally offer? Their self-guided tour provides a chance to start the tour and then just to follow wherever a creator takes a traveler to, not thinking of where to go, not going in a chaotic way from one spot to another, but to follow a well-planned route that was thought and considered by a creator. The next part, the next step is to gather information for each location. This step also requires some work and some effort, because your travelers not just walk around the city, but they also want to learn something about their place. It can be a museum, an attraction, a park, or anything else. Then you add pictures, maybe it's their easiest part, and you also test your own tour, especially navigation, and you make sure that it is understandable and easy to use. And then you send the tour to the moderation. It's not an option, it's a requirement, because we want to make sure that all the tours that are sold on our platform and that are promoted by us are high quality and match with our quality standards. That's why we check all the tours that are published on our platform. And also, we generally try not to reject the tours, but we help the creators improve their tour in a way so it responds to their standards we have. Here, I just wanted to give an example of how their text can look inside the tour. So it's not something that you must create exactly like this. It's not an example, the only example of the text that you can develop, but it is a tool. These are two different tours that I wanted to demonstrate, so you get an idea of what and how you can write. The presentation we will send to your email, so this long text you can read a bit later. Also, tips for creating a tour. For example, as I said, gathering information, making research, what to include, what's not, is one part of the job. But you will also need to make sure that your language is vivid and is easy to understand. And as a tip, we can say it like this: less history, more stories, because people do not remember dates, names, and places mostly. They remember something that touches their heart, that is interesting to hear, that is engaging. Also, you can play with the length of the text. Right here, exactly the example. It can be a bit shorter sometimes, it can be a bit longer sometimes. So depending on the context and the parts of the tour, you can consider making your text a bit longer or shorter. Also, do not afraid to share your personal opinion or vision. It's okay if you want to stay unnoticed, if you want just to give general information without providing your own vision, your own view on a topic. But the best way that is touching, again, people's hearts is to listen to a person with their own understanding of something, with their own knowledge, with their own life experience. And it's totally fine. And we appreciate it when you share your personal visions. Then try to surprise travelers and make their time more memorable, because it's many times some people try to use information from open resources such as Wikipedia, but it's not the way a good tour should be made, because it's so easy to Google something, it's so easy to find information in our world. So if you can have this surprise inside of your tour, it can be a secret place, it can be a secret knowledge, that is exactly what travelers want, and that we are happy to see inside the tours. And also the most important maybe advice that you should consider is that people travel for emotions, so you should give them a chance to experience a range of them. People do not travel to listen to encyclopedia, they do not travel to read the tour like a book. They travel to feel something, to discover something, to explore. And if your tour lets them to do that, to do this, it means your job is done just great. Yeah, I think I'm ready to stop my speech here and to let you speak and to ask any questions and to share your experience or to reflect on the presentation, to any parts of it. So if you can let me know in the chat if you're here, and if there is any question you have and you would like to discuss, maybe in the chat or join the conversation live, let me know, please. Anna, Elena, if you're still here. Yeah, no questions for now. Okay, can I ask you some questions then, Anna? What country are you in now? Croatia, great. Also, wow, I had some friends from there a while ago, some acquaintances. Would you like to join a conversation live to chat, or are you comfortable to write when I ask you something? Would you like to join a conversation? Face to face, voice to voice?
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me? So
Yeah.
I'm having problem with my microphone.
But I can hear you well.
Okay.
How are you?
Very good. Actually, a bit tired. I worked till now, so I'm a bit tired, but I'm okay.
But it's great that you still had energy and time to join the presentation.
Yes, because I
Thank you
want to
for
learn.
that.
Yeah, I want to learn something more about apps like this, and because I want to use. I'm using similar tools in my job, so I have never used your tool, so I want to see how it works.
So do I understand correct that you already had experience with creating a self-guided audio tour?
Uh, for maybe 1 year, last year actually, during the pandemic, because I'm the writer. I'm television writer, like TV shows and soap ops and movies. And in Corona, I discovered a new world. Like I can be a digital author. So I was searching by myself around. What can I do? I have never published one or even one tour, but now I'm ready to do it because I have a lot of content and stories, and I want to do it. So now I'm making research about tools. So you are one on my list.
And what can we do so we will become the only one? We are ready to help you to start.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, to start working on your tour, because the problem we see often that creators join the platform and then either the time or something else in their life doesn't let them move further. So if there is anything we can do to help, please let me know.
Yes, I think I will need help because I'm a person who is not like IT expert, and this is like my first experience with something like for people who don't know how to coding, but want to produce something like digital. So I think I will need the help, and I will let you know.
Yeah, sure. Here, I think you can still see my screen. I left the email that you can
But
always.
you will send us this.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I
Yeah,
will take a picture of this also.
yeah, but you notice is correct. I will send the presentation, and there will be the email as well.
Yeah.
So you say there is no question for now, because
No, for now.
as I understood, you're familiar with the formats, you're familiar with the products.
Yeah.
And
I know there is a need in the market for stories like this because Split is like a big touristic city, and a lot of people are searching alternative ways for walking around in the town. So I'm like writer. I can make I can mix it all, story and app.
that's great. And now it's high season, so I think it's exactly the time for you to produce the tour.
Yeah.
And if it lasts
Maybe I'm a bit maybe I'm a bit late for this season, but it's okay.
But still you have some time even this year to to create your own tour. All right. If there is anything else I can help you with.
No, thank you. For now, everything
is
clear. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you also very much for joining. Have a good day.
Yeah. Okay. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I think, I can stop sharing the screen, and the presentation went pretty quick, and I wish there were more participants to talk to and to discuss what we can do for them, how we can help them. But anytime, if you watch this recording, this video as a recording, you can contact us, you can ask your question, you can ask for help, and we will be there to provide the information you need and to help you create your first or maybe the next self-guided audio tour. I think here I'm ready to finish and I'm ready to say goodbye. And hopefully we will see each other again on many other webinars that we will hold. Have a good day. Bye.